School changes 6-year-old's offense from sexual harassment to misconduct. The Colorado school removed sexual harassment from the 6-year-old boy's record, resolving the issue for his mother, she said. But the incident invited more criticism of school's zero-tolerance policies. Following a flurry of national media attention, the 6-year-old Colorado boy who was suspended from first grade for kissing a classmate has had his school record adjusted. The infraction category will be changed from sexual harassment to misconduct. While the label shift has resolved the issue for the boy's mother, who told local media she felt the tag of sexual harassment was inappropriate for a 6-year-old. The widely publicized incident spotlights a growing struggle in the nation's schools over so-called zero-tolerance policies for everything from drugs to violence and sexual behavior. The original impetus for zero-tolerance policies was to combat drugs, and it took hold during the Clinton years, says Ted Wachtel, a former school teacher and founder and president of the International Institute for Restorative Practices in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. What is clear is they do not work, he says, pointing to mounting research from such organizations as the American Psychological Association, which devoted a 2006 task force to the topic. In fact, he says, what the studies show is that in many cases, zero-tolerance policies have seriously exacerbated already difficult situations, most notably high dropout rates among minorities such as African Americans, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Schools and legislators have been searching for more balance over the past 5 years, points out Mr. Wachtel, whose group has worked with some of the nation's most challenging school districts. For example, he points to success in cutting violence in half at a Philadelphia high school during a 6-month period. His goal, he says, is to shift from a rigid approach to one that allows for communication and nuance. Media attention has helped bring the issue to the front burner, points out Paul Hewitt, Associate Professor of Educational Practices at University of Arkansas at Fayetteville. The zero-tolerance policies have come along with more emphasis on law and order in general within our society, he points out. The media attention on such seemingly small instances as a child being suspended for making a play gun out of a Pop-Tart has been important, he says. As coverage of negative fallout from zero-tolerance policies has mounted, school districts from Massachusetts to California have been wrestling with new approaches, he notes. Colorado has been in the forefront of this effort, last year passing what was dubbed the Smart School Discipline Law. It requires districts to rewrite their policies to eliminate automatic expulsion for anything but carrying firearms onto campus. This followed media attention on a 10-year-old girl who was expelled after turning over a small knife to her teacher, one that had been put in her lunchbox by her mother to help cup up food. Canyon City school officials are not returning calls from national media. However, Superintendent Dr. Robin Goldie told the local Canyon City Daily Record that the kissing incident, which happened twice, fit the district's sexual harassment policy. This frees unwelcome touching, such as patting, pinching, or repeated brushing against another's body. The adjustment to the boys' record occurred after several days of social and broadcast media coverage, which culminated in a meeting Wednesday between the principal of Lincoln School of Science and Technology and the boy's family. Principal Tammy DeWolf told the Daily Record that the school looks for information before taking action. Then we continue to work with the families, she said. Our goal is to ultimately get inappropriate behaviors to stop. She also said school would never suspend a student for one minor little violation. The school's goal, says Ms. DeWolf, is to basically maintain a safe learning environment for all children in the school, and that's certainly what we're trying to do here. Thai protest leader wants 12 months to push through reforms. The leader of a protest group trying to overthrow Thailand's government said on Friday the Prime Minister should either step down or be forced out, and his movement will then need around a year to push through reforms. Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra has called an early election for February 2nd in an attempt to end the street protests. But Susdep Songsaban, a veteran lawmaker who resigned from parliament to lead the movement, has rejected the move. Knowing that allies of Yingluck's brother, ousted former Premier Thaksin Shinawatra, will probably win any election, he wants an unelected People's Council to run the country. Instead of issuing laws that benefit the people, they have used the parliamentary system in the wrong way to help just one group of people. To wash the guilt of Thaksin Shinawatra, Susdep said in Friday, referring to a political amnesty bill that acted as a catalyst for the current crisis. The soft way out of impasse, he said, was for Yingluck to step down and let his council push through reforms. Failing that, the people would simply seize the power, he said at an event held to present his ideas to the media. Once we complete this in 12 to 14 months' time, everything will turn to normal, Susdep said. The protest movement, which wants to install an unelected People's Council, will meet military leaders at the weekend to present its case, but has rebuffed an invitation from Yingluck to join a seminar to debate post-election reforms. Thailand's 8-year political conflict centers on Thaksin, a former telecommunications tycoon popular among the rural poor because of policies pursued when he was in power and carried on by governments allied to him when he was ousted. Zhang Xin, who now lives in self-imposed exile to escape a jail sentence for abuse of power, gained an unassailable mandate that he used to advance the interests of big companies, including his own. He has dismissed the graft changes as politically motivated. Ranged against him are Thailand's royalist establishment, who feel threatened by his rise, in the past backed by the military. Trade unions and academics see him as a corrupt rights abuser, while the urban middle class resent what they see as their taxes being used as his political war chest. The protest movement under Sethep Thaugsuban appears in no mood to compromise, even if the numbers on the street have dwindled to just a few thousand from 160,000 on Monday, when Inlock announced the snap election for February 2nd. We have said we will not take part in any government forum as this government is not legitimate. Akhenaten Phromphen, a spokesman for the movement, told reporters on Thursday. That puts the focus squarely on Saturday's meeting between the chiefs of the armed forces, Sethep and other interested parties, to find a way out of Thailand, according to a statement issued by the military late on Thursday. The politically powerful army has staged or attempted 18 coups in the past 80 years, including the ouster of Thein Sein in 2006. And its motives now are unclear. It has declined to get involved in the crisis so far, but has offered to mediate. On Thursday, Sethep sought to drum up support for his plans at a meeting with business leaders, talking of a People's Assembly of up to 400 members from a cross-section of society. His protest movement, he said, would get 100 of the seats. Sethep has offered little in the way of policy proposals beyond those vague assembly plans and is prone to throw out perplexing and unenforceable orders during rally speeches, for example, demanding that Inlock be arrested for treason and ordered to civil servants and security forces to report to him. 10 healthy gift ideas for the holidays. This is the season to be jolly, but if you're like me, the whole gift buying thing can become overwhelming and even put a damper on things. So I've created a list that may ease your burden. Below are 10 ideas for healthy gifts that could be suitable for co-workers, family members, friends, spouses, or even clients. They're especially perfect for the fitness freaks in your life, general health-minded individuals, or simply people you care a lot about. Workout clothing. Who doesn't love new clothes? Many of my patients swear there is nothing like a new outfit from Lululemon, Athleta, Nike, or Under Armour to motivate them to hit the gym or fitness class. Don't know exactly what to buy? A gift certificate is always a welcome choice. Fitness gear. There's always so much to choose from. A new yoga mat, Jade is my favorite brand. A yoga mat carrier or a gym bag, pedometer, heart rate monitor, or even spinning shoes can make a great gift. Amazon.com has a great selection if you don't feel like going to a store. I also love the idea of toiletry case for those who shower at the gym. If you go that route, Tory Burch has some really nice options. Personal training or fitness class. This gift is ideal for people who want to try out a new class or who have favorite gyms or studios they frequent. You can buy a class card at a yoga studio, a beginner's yoga series or workshop, an individual pilates session, or a class series for spinning or ballet. And a personal trainer could be perfect for a fitness newbie or established gym rat. Fitness videos and Wii Fit games. Does the person you're shopping for express some interest in getting into fitness, but probably won't leave the house for it? Bring the fitness to them. Gaiam.com has an excellent assortment of videos that cover everything from beginner yoga and Zumba to pilates and cardio burn. Read the DVD reviews to see which will be a good fit. Also, even though Wii is nothing new, I still think it makes a great home workout. I also love that we can be whole family affair. My family is known to ball a game or two. Enjoying each other's company and getting some exercise is a win-win. Fitness trackers. With 2014 around the corner, you might know someone who is talking about getting on track with their fitness, maybe for the umpteenth time. Give them a little help with their goals by giving a fitness tracking device, such as Fitbit and Nike Fuel Band. These tools have become quite popular over the last year, and I have many patients who swear by them. However, I recommend that the gift recipients be tech-savvy. Otherwise, like in the case of my husband, the gift will stay in the box. Massage or spa package. After the hectic holiday season, a massage could be just what the doctor ordered. Massages and facials are always a great choice. Or maybe try something like a stress reduction spa package for a boss or a coworker. This could get expensive, so you might want to get others to chip in. Don't know of a nearby spa that offers these services? Check out this website. Beauty gifts. This category probably deserves an entire blog to itself, but a couple of quick ideas include a Sephora gift card, a monthly subscription service that delivers beauty and feel-good products based on the recipient's preferences, or a blow-dry series from one of the many new salons available. Cooking classes. The gift is for the person in your life who dreams of becoming a top chef, contender, or who just loves spending time in the kitchen. Note: do not give these classes to someone who might mistake them as a hint that his or her cooking needs improvement. National cookware stores offer classes, as well as many local places. I recommend doing a search in your area, given that location is obviously an important factor. Healthy holiday basket. instead of sending family members or coworkers a basket of goodies that might make them feel guilty for indulging. How about sending one that makes them feel good about themselves? Forget the chocolate, cookies, and candy. Fill a basket with fresh fruit, nuts, teas, coffees, or wine. Honestly, this kind of basket isn't the easiest to find, but some shops do have options available. You could also go with your personal picks. Your personal time. Volunteer to be someone's workout buddy. This can be the ideal gift, and it's free. Create a mock coupon book that the recipient can cash in for, say, 2 walks per week for a month or a bike ride. Coupons can also be for joining in a yoga class, being a tennis partner, or whatever else you think they might really want to do. There's really nothing like a gift that keeps on going. Protest apps bring high-tech flair to Thai rallies. For years, protesters in Thailand have used social media to organize rallies. Now they're taking smartphones to a new level. Apps have been created that allow phones to help protesters perform the high-pitched, raucous noise-making that is a staple of Thai demonstrations. More than 70,000 people have downloaded one application that mimics the shrieking sound of a whistle, the symbol of the whistle-blowing campaign against Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra. The new app is called Knockweed, Thai for whistle, and it lets users choose the color of their whistle, adjust the volume, and then tap the screen to sound it. According to its creator, the app doesn't do much and isn't very useful, but it claimed the top spot on Google Play Store's trending list last month, within days of its November 4th debut. Most of the downloads for the Thai language app were in Thailand, but 1.2% have come from Egypt, another country fraught with political turmoil. The app's popularity coincides with the rallies that started 6 weeks ago, attracting thousands of Bangkok's smartphone-carrying upper and middle classes in a country that is one of the world's biggest users of social media. Knockweed's developer Norit Nakfong figured there was a new untapped market after demonstrators first took to the streets on October 31st. I got the idea from seeing protesters blowing whistles. They blew them so much, they got tired, so I created the app, said Narrett, an independent developer who says he's working on an update to address the main critique from users. Most of the criticism is from people saying the volume is too low. I want to make it as loud as possible without breaking the phone's speakers. The protesters say they're fed up with the Shinawatra family's dominance over Thai politics. They say Yingluck is a proxy for her billionaire brother, former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, who was deposed in a 2006 army coup after being accused for corruption and using his power to enrich his family. Thaksin fled the country in 2008 to avoid jail time for corruption conviction, and now lives mostly in Dubai. However, Thaksin's Avatar has surfaced in an iPhone game called TIE Fight. The game lets users pitch Daxon or Inluck against one of 28 opponents, including Thai celebrities or other politicians like opposition leader Absit Bijajima, whose Democrat Party is backing the protests. Everyone is so stressed out about politics. I wanted to balance the stress with humor, said Supashit Srijumnong, the game's 30-year-old creator. I didn't want them to hit each other, but if politicians throw things at each other, that's funny. Each character has his or her own weapon. The well-heeled Daxin strikes a golf ball at opponents. Inluck, whose childhood nickname is Crab, throws crabs at her enemy. Act Hissed, an English Premier League fan, hurls soccer balls. The showdowns take place at local landmarks, including inside a Muay Thai ring or on the runway of Bangkok's international airport. The game debuted November 19 and 4 days later hit the #1 spot on the Thai iOS App Store. It stayed there for about a week, which coincided with one of the largest anti-government rallies in years, drawing over 100,000 people in a march through Bangkok. Currently, TIE Fight has over 80,000 downloads, and its developer is working up an iPad version and a sequel, TIE Fight 2. None of the new versions will address the chief complaint he gets from users. I'm getting all these comments from people who want to see more violence. Some people want to cut the head off the politicians, he said. I really cannot do that. I don't want more violence. Wife living a nightmare when husband dies after fight in stadium parking. The wife of a Missouri man who mysteriously died outside a football stadium after getting into an altercation with another person says she can't understand the senseless tragedy that has consumed her family. Kyle Van Winkle, 30, of Smithville, Mo, was found unconscious outside Arrowhead Stadium December 1st while the Kansas City Chiefs are playing the Denver Broncos. According to police, Kansas City investigators have ruled his death a homicide, but say it could be weeks before they know what exactly killed Van Winkle. It's completely senseless. I can't even wrap my mind around it sometimes, Van Winkle's wife, Jenny, told ABC News. I wake up every single day with the same nightmare. Van Winkle also leaves behind a 7-week-old son named Will. I try to move forward, and I get up and I take care of Will because I know that's just what Kyle would want unfortunately my life. Now, it's a reality that I never thought that I would have to be in, Jenny Van Winkle said with tears in her eyes. Kyle Van Winkle left his seat during the game to go to the restroom, but he never returned, according to his father, Dean Van Winkle, who also attended the game. I was with him from start to finish that day at the tailgating. Most everybody in our group had some kind of drinks, Van Winkle said. Van Winkle, a police sergeant, said his son didn't appear to be intoxicated. Kyle Van Winkle apparently left the stadium and went to the parking lot, where he got into a green Jeep that looked like the vehicle he came to the game in.